What's up, everybody? It's the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren, along with his fellow co-hosts, Dorian the D.A. Albreton, James the Angry One Warren, Mike Mills, Daryl D-Dub Warren, and Dan K, the Hockey Dude. This is a real sports podcast for real fans. This is a sports podcast with no hot takes, no narratives, just real, unadulterated sports talk. Please be advised that there may be some colorful and explicit language. The Sports Chasers are the defenders of the fans. Now, here's your host and moderator, Kevin L. Warren!
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's another Thursday night for the Sports Chasers Podcast, coming to you live and direct, straight to your YouTube channel and also to all major podcast platforms. Make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you also give us that 5-star review on Apple and Spotify. Yeah, five. Make sure you also leave us a wonderful comment so we can jack up the algorithm, man. Get some more viewerships, man. Shout out to all those that are watching on the YouTube side, Facebook side, Twitter, Twitch. We got it all. We're on there. Did I mention Twitter or X? I'm sorry, X. It's X now. Yeah. X. And what else I got? Yes. So make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Hey, before we do that, there's only two of us here right now. More will join us here.
Mail room nights. This is a mail room night, man.
DA, what's up, bro? How are you, man? Happy Thursday to you, bro. How are you doing tonight?
You got your cards? Did you run? Did you do your run? Did you do your run, Kev?
To the 45 days.
Yes, sir.
On Lexington Avenue in the city.
Yeah, I did my run so I can do the show. I got nowhere else to go.
Good to hear from you, bro. Glad you hear. D-Dub should be joining us shortly. Junior should be on. We're going to talk some basketball tonight. So our NBA contributor, Ryan DeSouza, he will be on at 8 o'clock. So if you want to hear some NBA talk, tune in at 8 o'clock. We also got we got some NFL talk. We also got some baseball talk we're going to start off on here in a little bit. We're also going to probably back in this stuff, with Trevor Bauer. And how he got pretty much railroaded.
Pay that man.
That is beat up how he got burnt.
Pay that man.
And he's out of career, and none of that stuff happened. That rush to whatchamacallit to
pay that man.
So that's pretty beat up, man. Hey, on a personal note, let me just do this on a personal note. I don't know if she's chiming in and look or if she's listening. Hey, I went to I've been at a professional development class this whole week, and I have had an enormous great time. I really did. The instructor, her name is Jen. Jen, if you're watching, I appreciate you. Shout out to Jen. She's been holding it down, man. She's wonderful. She's awesome. Shout out to Jen. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to admit you. She is absolutely a wonderful, wonderful instructor. So shout out to Jen. So I want to make sure I get that out. Also, hey, those that are watching on Facebook, YouTube, you can also have comments, man. Make sure you leave your comments, man. Good, bad, and different. We get at them. We have the capability to have telephone calls, but it's not set up tonight. But hey, make sure you get in the comments. Also, hey, if something has been tugging on your heart, go in those same comments. You can leave us a chat, and you can leave a donation, man. So we accept donations, so we appreciate those donations coming from you tonight. But hey, we got all that out the way, man. Hey, let's rock on.
Whatever. Tugging on you, whatever. It's tugging on.
Family show for the meantime, so everybody else get here again. Hey, let's start off with baseball. Da, yeah. Let's start. So on yesterday, the pretty much all the wild card teams, they have gotten they have set up the divisional series. We got the Rangers getting rid of the Tampa Bay Rays.
Gone.
Gone. The Twins eliminating the Blue Jays. They are gone. Twins win the series 2-0. The Brewers defeated the Diamondbacks 2-0. Gone. And excuse me, no. Yeah, the D-backs. They win the series. They got rid of the Brewers, I should say.
Yeah,
they're gone. The Phillies, Grand Slam, they defeated the Marlins on yesterday.
Gone.
Hey,
not a win between any of those losing teams.
No.
I won more games than all those teams. Yes.
Right. So the divisional round is set up. You got the Orioles versus the Rangers at 1:00 on Saturday. You got the Astros versus the Twins at 4:45 on Saturday. And you also have the Braves versus the Phillies, Dodgers versus the Diamondbacks. And then you got Sunday's games. You got the Orioles. Let me get Junior in here. Junior, what's up? We're talking a little baseball. How are you, sir? What's going on, bro? How are you tonight?
I'm good. How y'all doing? Y'all can hear me, right?
We can hear you, bro. We can hear you. Yes, we are on air. Mic check. Yes, that's how we do here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what up? What up?
Nothing much, man. So we're talking a little bit. DA, so let's go start with the Rangers and Rays series. First of all, what is going on in Tampa? Why they only had 19K?
Dog, because they don't care. So the reality is, we'll talk about this on another show.
Yes.
You'll see when Tampa Bay is the F up out of there and you don't have a baseball team, then you'll have to figure out what you're going to do with that. That's all. Because they're going to leave. Because if you put a playoff team out there and no one comes to watch them, playoff team disappears. So either one, they'll stop spending money for that team and they won't be any good, or they'll get fed up and they leave. This is what's going to happen. And they tried to put together a good team a few years in a row now. So the expectation for them not having anyone there is stupid. If it's too hot for baseball in the summer, fine. We'll move it somewhere else.
Well, they play in a dome. No,
listen, man. Evidently, it's too hot because you don't come anyway.
So I got a couple of items on that. Again, don't want to take away from the Rangers. The Rangers wound up winning the series 2-0. They won yesterday 7-1.
Yeah,
I think starting the game at 1:00 too. It's dumb.
That's MLB.
It's dumb. Well, I've
always wondered why they do that.
So back in the days, they used to. Back in I would say when baseball was holding it down, when baseball had the attention of America, they absolutely would have a full crowd, a sold out stadium on a Tuesday afternoon for the playoffs.
Yeah, so they still think that they're popular enough to do it like NCAA March Madness, and in the middle of the week they can still command a full stadium, and that's not true anymore.
Well,
Gotta adjust.
We got my homegirl. Thank you, Jess. My homegirl Jen. She's chiming in. She's tuning in. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate you so much.
Appreciate you, Jen.
Thank you. Go ahead, D. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, I said, they still think that they're king. So like the only sport that'll do that in the middle of the week, and there's only one in this country that does that, is March Madness. Tuesday afternoon in March, dudes is like, yo,
they got everybody.
I'm leaving the office. Where you going? I'm going downstairs.
Oh no, they'll let you leave the office. It's because it's a game tonight.
My son is young,
especially if like if the boss is like a Clemson fan and Clemson plays at like 3, he'll shut the office down at like 2 so everybody can go watch.
They'll make it a field trip.
That's happening.
Yes.
No, for real.
So like back in the days when I was working in corporate America in New York, like dudes would just bounce and no one will be in the office and you walk past the Blarney Stone or your bar and everybody's in the bar. No one's at work at all, because everyone is watching. That was before you could like even get the internet on your computer at your desk. So like you couldn't even check a score or nothing. So you didn't have like the smartphones like they have today. So the reality was like dudes just bounced. Like it was Jimmy. He's downstairs. He's a Georgetown fan. He's a Georgetown. He's out. He left. He went downstairs. So, and
where's Jimmy?
Jimmy's out. Jimmy just left. So but you're no longer that popular. Right. So, and it's not the coaches or the individual teams that make that mistake, that's MLB proper, still thinks that they can do things like that, and they just can't. They just don't have the cachet anymore to do that. So you need to have all your games between that in the strike zone, as we say, like from 6 to 9 or 10 o'clock, and that means from east to west. So even if you have to elongate the playoffs by another day or two to make sure you can get all eyes on all games, that's what they need to do. But they got smart millionaire people working there, so I'm sure someone will think that, because I'm no longer. I'm not there.
So by the numbers, like I said, the Rangers win the series 2-0. The Rays get eliminated in the first round again after they won 99 games this year. The Rangers had a good team, have a good squad also with the acquisition of Max Scherzer, who's hurt, but they had a good team.
Pretty good season. Yeah, all year.
Yeah, he had a good team before he arrived. So, shout out to the Rangers. Let me move on to the Blue Jays and the Twins. The Blue Jays get swept. The Twins. I didn't see that either. But hey, the Twins, it's the first time they have won a postseason series since 2004, back in the days when they beat the Oakland Athletics. When they won on Tuesday, that's the first time they have won a playoff game in like almost 20 years. So I know my Yankees have been part of that demise for the Twins. But yeah, the Twins, they move on. They'll face the Rangers. That should be a good series. DA, your thoughts on the Twins and the Blue Jays?
Well, yeah, that's I say I was surprised. I thought we'd get more hitting out of the Blue Jays, and we just did not. They got shut down. They just got shut down, and Minnesota's a great defensive team, and they had timely hitting, and they won. They just, they kept moving guys across. One base here, one base there. They did what I expected a team where you really don't have any superstars on to do. So yeah, I enjoyed what I saw.
Gotcha. Junior, your thoughts on the baseball playoffs, Twins and Blue Jays? What you got for us, bro?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really watching the baseball playoffs.
Oh, but you're on a sports show. You don't watch baseball. I
know.
Shame on you.
Listen,
we're trying to book him up. Don't worry, he'll be right. He'll be right.
Look, I'm learning. I'm working my way. You see what I got on today, baby. You know what I mean? I focus on what I focus on, but I am working on it. So I'm not too hip on it. But next one I got you.
All right, my man. So we'll go on. Thank you for your honesty. We're not gonna fake it and make it like how some of the legacy media guys, they be like, "Hey, I didn't check that, man. You didn't check out Jack, man. Whatever." But I need to hear that. Hey, the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. Hey, the Diamondbacks wind up winning that series 2-0. They move on. The Diamondbacks had a very, very, very young crew this year.
But they were hot, like real hot the second half of the season, though.
Right.
Yeah, so they just kind of rolled that in. Now I think the last few weeks they kind of cooled down a bit, but they had a good second half of the season. So I expected that to kind of carry on. I never really expect much from Milwaukee, and I'm sorry, guys. To my mentor, Greg Willingham from Milwaukee, my bad, but I didn't really expect much from you.
I think that's jacked up. The Diamondbacks, like you said, they was young. They ran into some bumps in the wall. I didn't think they was going to make it. The Reds were kind of challenging them, and they finally was able to pull up and sneak in there and do their thing, man. So
younger team, the Reds are younger team, so
right.
I guess that's kind of, except for Joey Votto, who's like 7,000 years old. But besides,
I think this is probably Joey's last year coming up. If not, this is his last year. So, the Reds got a good team. They got a good young team, especially with my main man,
De La Cruz.
Boy, oh boy, he can run them bases, man. He can run those bases, man. So, if you're a Reds fan, big up to you. You should be excited for the 2024 season of the Reds. Diamondbacks, they will face the I got here. The Diamondbacks will face the Dodgers. They're rivals in the National League West in the divisional series. That series starts on Saturday at 9:20 p.m. in That game will be in Dodgers Stadium on 9:20 p.m. So we got that going on. And last but not least, Phillies defeated the Marlins 7-1. They win the series 2-0. The Phillies advance. They will advance against the Braves. Listen, I'm down in South Florida. Marlin fans, how many of you are on there? If you love baseball, go check the Marlins out, man. I had the opportunity. I went to 2 games this year. Go check them out. They're a good. Skip Schumacher, he has them boys playing good. Philadelphia's just better. They're just better. Shorter series, they're just better. Philly's got better pitching. What's his name? I can't think of his name right now. He pitched lights out last night. Can't think of his name right now, but escapes me. It'll come back to me. But you should go check them out, man. The Marlins have a good young team. They're building them up. Go check them out next year. Show the Marlins some love. Those down here in South Florida that can hear my voice, because I won't say nothing about the Giants here in a little bit because I gave those up. But anyway, go ahead, DA. Your thoughts on the Phillies and the Marlins?
Well, Philadelphia is a better team, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Nola, good second half of season as well. They got a good team, and my man, my favorite dude, Bracey. So I think they have.
He's been playing well.
Yeah, man. They I think, golly, and I'm not going to bet any money because I don't have any, but this series against Atlanta should be a freaking doozy. Like this one, what T.O. say, get your popcorn ready. If you like baseball, this one here should be a good one, because I believe that the winner of this series is going to win the National League and most likely the World Series. So, yeah. Just sure.
The winner of this series?
Yes, this series here. Atlanta and Philadelphia, yes.
Even with the Dodgers?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I might have to push back on that a little bit.
They're going to wilt. They are going to wilt like Chamberlain. They will wilt like Chamberlain. Guaranteeing you.
They ain't got it, huh?
I like the Dodgers, man, but I like both of these teams more.
Gotcha. Okay, so we did our baseball. Ryan should be on here shortly to talk his NBA stuff, man. But the Major League Baseball, the postseason is underway. It's not like the postseason past. Baseball, and we'll have to have another episode about that, about why people don't really support baseball like that.
How much time do we have?
we got Ryan comes due on at 8:00.
Cool, I got it right now. Ready, Kev?
All right, let's go. Let's get
causation.
All right,
causation. We will go back to this hat. 1994. Expos, best team in baseball. Knew they were going to win the World Series.
Okay.
There was not even a team that we even thought was close that year. The baseball owners, baseball players, strike, walk out, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Sorry, Mama Warren, but it was whatever you want to call it, right? So you have that year. People are mad because baseball was king back then. Like, it was king, right? I mean, football was on the come up. The NBA was still in between. Michael Jordan was not playing. He was retired. He was playing baseball, believe it or not, right? Because I think that was the in-between years.
94, 95, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go, Bow. Man, I'm good, right? So check it out, though. So what happens is when baseball comes back, fans ain't coming to the game.
Right.
Baseball gets nervous. So what do? They turn a blind eye to the Sosa, McGuire, chicks dig the long ball, home run derby, steroid-ish for 3-4 years, right? Because home runs, chicks dig the long ball, literally. Pause, right? So.
Yeah.
Right?
Whoa.
Shout out to Lakes and Cam.
Yeah. Hey, but it's a saying. It's a thing, and it's a thing. So we let the Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire thing go on. Brady Anderson hit 50-something home runs that year. Like, it was crazy. Like, the whole world was upside down. It was like a comic book. Dudes had like on capes during games. They were flying around bases. Shit was crazy, son. Right? For 2-3 years, people started coming back into the parks. But there was going to be a blowback on that. Because a dude that could really hit, he maybe not, maybe could have, should have, or whatever, started using it. And Barry Lamar hit 75 freaking home runs or some shit that year. And then it was like, wow, something's going on right now.
Well, they knew something was going on.
Well, we knew. Yeah, they knew too. That's what MLB was with this. They was with this. So when it started coming back that, all the other batters and all the other pitchers were getting caught up, and then all these names come out, and then what happens? Everybody has a problem with baseball. We don't like baseball anymore. Everybody's cheating. You can do this. I mean, for years we hear this crap. For years. And then people just stop watching because the arrogance of baseball to act like we weren't watching them do this.
Right.
Like this wasn't co-signed. So people stop watching. So now we got bases as big as pizza boxes and a timer on the batters and all kind of other stuff, to get people into the parks to watch the game. Causation, man. This hat caused 17,000 people to be in the Marlins Stadium because people
Not Marlins Stadium,
Tampa Bay, because they no longer believe in this. That's it. They don't believe anymore. People don't mess with baseball anymore like that, man. Whereas in 1994, baseball was still king. It still ran. No muss. It's over.
Yeah, if you don't believe it, check the data. Mike Mills, good evening. How are you, sir?
Cool.
Mr. Mills.
Can you hear us?
What up, well?
Yeah. You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You sounded very low, sir. Mike, we're just talking about a little baseball. Hey, Mike, so Mets fan that you are. Now they fired the general manager. You think that's a good move? What's this whole thing that they didn't want to play? There was this tug of war playing big man. Buck didn't want to play him.
Brings them going to the yard, and they're like, it's better in charge. Yeah. Well, that was his song.
They're talking about they bringing the new guy in. They trying to give him a clean slate. So let's see. I'm not down in the talking. I mean, unless I know they about to say some foolishness. I mean, let's give him a shot. Let's see what happens.
Because they didn't want to play the fat guy. I say play the fat guy if he can hit. Damn it. He can hit. He couldn't run.
What fat guy we talking about? What's his name?
You talking about Daniel Vogelson.
Big boy.
Yes, big boy. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Listen, if he can get on base, let him play, man. You can always put a pinch runner in. It's not like they don't switch players every 300 seconds in baseball anyway now. Oh yeah, well he's good against righty, so if he get on base, switch him out. There we go.
Gotcha. We got a few more minutes. We was talking about that. We was talking about your Mets. I want to breach a topic. I'm going to talk about it. So, Trevor Bauer. We talked about this story on this show before. Trevor Bauer got pretty much. He got
paid the man. Let
me just read an article from Outkick. Who's this author? The author is Alexandro Avila on Outkick. Exiled ex-Dodgers pitcher Trevor Bauer, 32, settled an ongoing legal feud on Monday over sexual assault claims from 2021 by accuser Lindsey Hill. Trevor Bauer legal feud ends in a settlement. Both sides speak. Hill made allegations of sexual assault, sharing that Bauer choked and punched her during a forced sexual encounter on May 15, 2021. Bauer, the 2020 National League Cy Young winner, followed up the news of the settlement with a video detailing why he agreed to settle with Hill. He revealed text messages allegedly exchanged between Hill and her friends, which Bauer claims as proof that Hill plotted to extort the Dodgers pitchers. One of the alleged messages from Hill stated, Need daddy to choke me out. And it's here.
Damn.
Bauer first sued Hill for defamation in April 2022. Hill countersued Bauer alleging sexual battery. Neither side will pay for the neither side will
real life. This is crazy.
Neither side will pay for the settlement apart from outstanding legal fees, and Hill will
somebody fucking save me. I need daddy to choke me out.
$300,000 on behalf of her insurance. Bauer is not paying Hill. Trevor Bauer's legal representation and Hill released statements on Monday indicating their intentions to move on with their lives after this year-long dispute, reported by the Washington Post. Bauer's attorneys, John Fedoroff and Sean Hawley, announced both of their respective claims have been withdrawn with prejudice effective today. Lindsey Hill released a statement on the settlement. I'm finally free from his grip and to be able to move forward with my life and better than anything money could ever give me truly.
Kevin.
Go. Okay. What you got?
Mama Warren, please, for the next 2 seconds, please cover your ears. I'll give you a second. Put that bitch in jail. All right? That's what we need to be doing right now. You want to make America great again? Put that bitch in jail. Because you just can't come out and say this man did this and he didn't do that. Because he can't. It's like I told Kev today, he's laughing. I said, yo, my favorite show is Law and Order, except for SVU. I hate SVU. You want to know why? Because they always lock the first motherfucker up, right? And they drag you out your job, out of your kinkos, because you were a rapist, right?
But ain't that real life?
No, but check it out though, right? Yeah, no doubt. Check it out, Mike. But then, like halfway through the show, it'd be the dude that owned the kinkos that really did the shit, and they say, hey, look, Mike, we sorry. The fuck, Mike going back to kinkos? Dude, you're rapists, and they hitting you with bricks and shit. Everybody thinks you like, nah. The cops said I was innocent. I didn't. They said, look, I got the paper. They said I'm. You're not getting that job back. You're not getting that job back. Trevor Bauer was a great pitcher.
Cy Young Award winning.
He's not getting that job back.
He's getting that.
That's all I'm saying. Now, he's not getting that money because I'd be suing everyone. Everybody gets sued. Why you think, and this is a different topic, why you think Marvel didn't let go Jonathan Major? Because Jonathan Major said, yo, if y'all have fired me, I'd have sued everybody at Disney, Marvel comic books, Marvel's mother. Everybody gets it if y'all have fired me.
So listen,
So that's what we talking about. Man.
Listen, we don't want to go down a slippery slope.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
No. Hear me out. No, you're good. I'm just saying, it just goes to show, right? Organizations need to do their homework. Michael Irving, another one.
Kevin, man.
And my DJ Khaled voice, another one.
Let me ask you a question. Serious though.
Go ahead.
You're a police officer, Kevin.
You're now the whole everybody else knows it. Geesh, thanks, D. Now I'm going. Go ahead.
Ain't nobody coming to get you. We got guns.
I do.
I'm sorry. Yeah, well, yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, bro.
So no, what I'm saying is this though, like no reality. Why are these leagues hiring professionals, police, retired police, to do all these investigations of these cases, and the leagues and teams still turn around and do a rush to justice? Right? Like, why are we doing this when there are professionals that are saying, yo, dog, chill, wait?
What was my man in Kansas City? That said he threw the garbage can, and that was
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. Remember that?
He kicked her and he missed her. Kareem said, shit. He said, I should have been a kicker. I'd have kicked that bitch's head off. But he missed her because he was drunk. The film showed him missing her.
YouTube is absolutely going to strike this episode.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm sorry.
He ain't saying none of the really bad words. He good.
I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm out of here. Sorry, Mama Warren.
Mike Mills, your thoughts on I was going to say Jack Bauer. I used to love 24, by the way.
Bauer. Jack Bauer. Mr. Bauer.
Hey, this remind me of the
Y'all
Boondocks
are old,
episode.
but,
Hey, the Boondock. Hey, remind me of the Boondocks episode.
Kick him in
Jet
the
Bauer
balls.
pulled up.
Kick you in the nuts.
Mike, your thoughts on Trevor Bauer? Go ahead.
I mean, it's a messy situation.
Yes.
Whether true or false allegations, as DA Pertain was talking about, those allegations are messy, whether true or false, on either behalf.
Mike sounding very attorney-ish. Go ahead.
I mean, I have to because he done wild out. Somebody has to rope it back in.
Yeah.
So,
Yo.
I think Trevor Bauer should get a second shot. I mean, all the evidence is coming out. I think he should get a
100%.
shot back in the league. I don't feel like they should Ray Rice him because you know how they did my boy Ray Rice, even though he put his hand on the Bible and they said he didn't say anything that wasn't in that tape. But see another.
Yeah, I think I'm with DA. These teams, they hire former and current, law enforcement folks to but I think they're so scared of getting out or being on the quote unquote the right side of history, and that's just wrong. And Michael Irvin, I haven't heard much of that.
He gave him his job back. You see, back on NFL Network.
Yes, Michael Irvin is back on the National Football League Network. Yes, he is.
Now they couldn't hire the rest of them dudes back,
Well, no, because he actually was on tape committing acts of violent felonies. No, you couldn't be.
The boy Darren Sharp is in the yard doing push-ups now. Like, yo, these cats don't know when I get up out of here.
Nah, you're wild, dog.
Junior, what you got for us on Trevor Bauer before we move on?
Man, in my head, it's Trevor Bauer situation. Kind of what they both said, but man, he got to get a shot back in the league. He got to. I mean, now we're getting to a place where, and now it's gonna get real political, but like us men can be on this Me Too stuff. You know what I mean? Like, hey, she came after me, and here's all the evidence. It wasn't me. It wasn't me, right?
Ripping me with the eyes the whole time.
And again, this is just what's being proved in court, right? So, So at the end of the day, it's what you can prove, and that's the law and order game.
I felt
you know what I mean? So, yo,
Mike is a rap star. Mike, I'm ready to be your lawyer. We gonna get money, dog. We'll get money. You be hey, that girl was looking at Mike.
Hey, yeah, we walking out, baby.
Yeah, we walking out. Come on, Mike, we out. Y'all not gonna look at Mike like that while we up here performing.
Let me grab the show back. Because Junior and Dad are going off.
Mike, rolling out, Mike.
Roll it in.
Let me move.
Look at you like that, Mike.
Let me move on to the
next on the docket.
Let me move on to the National Football League. The National Football League. The Chicago Bears are facing the Washington Commanders.
No.
You got your hand up like you're in church? What you say?
No, Kevin. We are not going to have another Thursday night horrible ass game. We've put up with this mess here for the last 4 years. There's been one good Thursday night game in 4 years. The owl colors, right? Fluorescent green. It's just been bad for 4 years. Like, you would have to challenge me to give me a game on Thursday that's been good. And the whole time they've had Thursday night games. I think it was one Titan game.
Shout out to Deb for chiming in. Thank you.
Against somebody, right? I don't know. I've never seen a good Thursday night game.
You're about to see one. Watch the game.
Well, before we dive into that,
I can't. And they suck.
I can't. We're gonna back up a little bit. We're gonna talk a little NFL. NBA and WNBA with my main man Ryan DeSouza, our NBA contributor, our basketball contributor. He's been off for the summer. Let me give Ryan some applause. It's been a minute since we saw Ryan. There you go.
Yeah, we ain't had that applause last time you was here. Big time.
What's good, fellas?
Big time.
Ryan, what's going on in the world of the NBA? Talk to us about the NBA first. We had a couple trades last week. Talk to us, bro. We all ears.
Yeah, well, the big trade that went down. Dame going to Dame going to Milwaukee. Was a shocker because everybody thought he was going to the Heat. I thought he was going to go to the Heat. I just thought it was just that's what was going to happen. He had listed them as the only team that he wanted to go to, but just didn't work out that way for some reason. So we'll see what happens, man. Like they definitely got better offensively. But they lose a lot defensively. And I know you guys are big on defense on this podcast.
But they got what's dude's name, D from Phoenix?
What are you talking about?
The guard. He's going there to be the backup point guard. He's going
he's
what's dude's name? He's nice though, man.
He's all right. He's
what's dude's name, man? Hold on.
Real quick. Got to shout out my dad. Shout out to my pops. Thanks, Dad. Dad just sent me a message. He's watching. DA.
I apologized already, man. I'm sorry, Pop. I apologize, man. I'm done. That's just one of them topics, man. I really can't.
You gotta leave the room.
Yeah, man. That thing there gets me every time, man.
But
go ahead, Ryan.
But like I said, they definitely got better offensively. All right, it's a upgrade offensively from Dame to Drew Holiday. Obviously.
Campaign is nice.
Campaign is okay. He's all right. He's okay. He's a solid. He's a solid backup.
That's what he's there for.
Yeah, but he's. That doesn't move the needle. It doesn't.
Wow. How the Summers changed you big time?
You can find a campaign anywhere, man. You can find a campaign. There's a campaign everywhere.
Wow.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. But my point is, with all these trades happening and to me, obviously they got better offensively, Milwaukee, but they lose a lot defensively with Drew, a lot. And was that a move? I think it's probably a move to keep Giannis around, because Giannis came out and said, "Hey, if there's a better situation for me to win championships, I have to take that." So that was an indication that they had to do something and do something big. But I know it makes them better offensively, but they lose a lot with Drew, man. A lot with Drew on the defensive end. And that was their calling card. You know what I'm saying? Defensively. So, but they probably saw Drew is getting, he's 34, and they probably saw that Jimmy Butler and Caleb Martin, they gave it to Drew in that series. So they had to make a splash. And and then with Drew, after getting traded, then he got traded to Boston. I think that's a good move, but they they lost a lot too. All right, they lost Marcus Smart, they lost Grant Williams, and they lost the other Williams, the center, in the trade for Drew. Yeah, you're getting back, Drew, and he can run your offense, play that defense as well. But man, you're counting on Porzingis and Al Horford to man the middle for you, and we all know
they just decided they're not going to play defense this year. It's okay.
But that's what I'm saying. For as good as Milwaukee got with Dame, they just lost a key cog on their defense. So, they
playing old boy $18 million a week.
Yeah, So I mean, obviously it's the right thing to do. You got Dame, If you're you're Milwaukee, you got them. But I do say this: I know the Heat did not want to give up Tyler Hero for Drew Holiday, and I agree with that. I actually agree with that. If you're gonna move Tyler Hero, I need Dame or somebody like that who's a all-time 70, 75, 70,
We're not
70
gonna go there,
player.
Ryan. We're not gonna.
I understand.
We're not
But
gonna go there.
but yeah, but to my point, I guess what I'm trying to say, guys, a lot of these teams got better offensively, and but you guys always preach on this podcast. You guys preach to me defense. You guys
New
preach
York
that.
Knicks.
I was shocked what happened with the Knicks with how they got bounced out. But the Knicks will be all right. I like what the Knicks are doing. Another season together. You know what I'm saying? Knicks will be all right. But yeah, they probably need to make a move too.
We are. Somebody old to be out there that can't play, that wants the bag. And that's what we do.
Hey, Ryan,
Yeah.
D-Dub says it's still Denver World. He didn't put a question mark to it. Your thoughts on that?
No, I mean, listen, you got that beast in the middle, man, that controls every aspect of the game on offense. So, it's going to be tough to beat that dude, man. The Joker is he arguably could have won 3 straight MVPs, arguably. You know what I mean? So, you got to give Denver. You got to say Denver is still the favorite. They're the champs until they're not the champs anymore. They lost their bench guy that played a big part in with them. Yeah. So yeah,
you can find one of them anywhere, right?
That is true. That is true. Nah. He's a little bit more valuable than a Cameron Payne.
Wow.
But I mean, Campaign's okay. Campaign's a journeyman, dog. Come on, let's go.
You just met this dude last week in Denver. Now you telling me he's better than Campaign.
Who?
The Brown guy. You don't even know the dude's name.
Brown better than Campaign. Brown is better.
Brown is better than Campaign, man.
He getting paid more money than Campaign too.
Well,
yeah, that's why where he at. It wasn't no contender to pay him that, but
right.
Contender paying Campaign.
Yeah. So Denver's still the squad. So it's interesting. I think Denver opens up with the Lakers. So they've been going at it and they've been going at it with each other. You know what I'm saying? So talking trash and stuff like that. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, I mean. Denver's a team to beat still. I mean, you got.
What about Phoenix, man? What's good with Phoenix?
Phoenix, I like what Phoenix did. They were a part of the 3-team trade. They got Nurk back, so Ayton went to Portland. I actually like what Portland did. Actually, Portland, flipped everything and got a good package. They got Robert Williams and Ayton, so they have like a formidable front court to work with the new guards, with Scoot and Simons. So they're all right. I like what they did. But to answer your question, with Phoenix, I mean, Phoenix is loaded. I mean, whenever you have 3 guys in Bradley Beal, KD, and Book that can score on every level. You know what I'm saying? They all get to the free throw line. They all can hit the 3. They're all good in the mid-range, which is a lost art. You know what I'm saying? So all 3 of them can score, but here's the thing. There's no who's the point guard. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to facilitate to them. And I know they experimented a couple of years ago and they tried to make Booker the point guard before they got Chris Paul. They tried to experiment with that and letting Booker be like the handle the ball and run the offense a little bit. It didn't really work out that way. But we'll see what happens. I like them getting Nurkic. That gives them some size. It's it wasn't going to be a lot of shots for Ayton, man, with those three over there. And we all know, man. I mean, a big man that where his forte is really scoring. He's a scorer. You know, he can pick and pop. He can, you know, rim run. Ayton can score. When you're not getting your touches as a big man who scores, the defense is gonna go down. The effort's gonna go down, and that's what happened. And that's why they clashed. So to answer your question, yeah, Phoenix is gonna be right there. They're gonna be. I mean, those three are tough offensively, man. So their defense is gonna be their offense. They're just gonna try to outscore you and overwhelm you on that end. So you know, so I like Phoenix, you know, but can KD stay healthy? KD's been missing a lot of time, so we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Ryan, let me ask you this question. This is just an overall question because I got one team member saying he's going to have a blindfold on during the NBA season. I had another team member saying about MLB. What can, as you know, you're our NBA guy, our NBA contributor. Yeah. What can you say to a casual fan? Be like, hey, come back and watch the NBA. If they were NBA fans before for this season, what would you say to that person right now who's watching?
Why to watch the NBA?
Yes.
I mean, the ratings are not down, guys. The ratings are up already. So
no, that's not what I asked you. I'm just asking those that who have left.
Who have left? They didn't come. They didn't come back. What they at? I thought they already. No, I'm just messing with you. Well,
I'm about to put on my other hat for you, bro.
Well, I mean, the NBA is you know, to me is still a fun game, but now you have the moving parts, right? You have the Dame going to Milwaukee. You have Drew going to Boston and Bradley Beal in Phoenix and you know and you have that. So, but the game is up tempo now, as you know. So, you know, you still got LeBron. You know what I'm saying? You got your top guys.
Why you laugh when you said LeBron?
Because he's freaking 90 years old, man. I keep mentioning this guy, and he's like 90. You know what I'm saying? He's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. So you know, you still got your top guys, you know. But also too, I know a lot of, you know, casual fans. They hate the load management. I know you guys hate the load management.
Oh,
so now
hate it. Yes.
Right. So now
everyone on here. Yes. Go ahead.
Right. So now I guess that's why a lot of fans did leave the NBA. It wasn't because of the style of play. I mean, they made new rules for flopping, and they also made new rules for load management. You have to play. I want to say it's 65 games in order to you know, to qualify for season awards, for MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, for all defense, all NBA first team. So you have to play a certain amount of games to be rewarded for those end of the year awards. So having your best players play, that's huge. You know what I'm saying? So and you also know, you know, you being a member of an all NBA team also affects your money. You know what I'm saying? That makes you eligible for super maxes, for, you know what I'm saying, for the not just the regular max, the super max. So you know, so it's very important. So I would say that, Kev. I think that's the biggest. That's probably the biggest thing, is that you won't see a lot of your favorite players, you know, load managing. Although Kawhi Leonard came out and said, I don't care, I'm still going to do it. Basically, he's like, you know. So
Kawhi was at the Colorado Buffaloes game the other week, and people were getting on it. It was like, dang.
I think that of the guys that are stars or superstars that got the bags already, it's not really going to impact them, because they're not looking to be all NBA anymore. That stuff doesn't matter.
It matters to them,
I mean,
bro.
to some of them it don't, because, you know, these cats are trying to win a championship, and if that's what it's going to take for them not to win, well, that's what they say.
I mean,
air quotes.
I mean,
that's what I like to say, but, you know, I mean, Kawhi don't care, and I don't think it's gonna matter to poor George either. Paul's like, man, look, man, I ain't playing. I ain't playing. right?
I mean,
You're gonna have dudes that do it, but I think that's a great. At least they're making an attempt.
They're making an effort to fix it because it's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. You know, with the load management, they cut back drastically the back-to-backs. As you know, and they even have like last year's schedule. They had it where you'll play a team, you know, back-to-back games, so you don't have to travel. So you'll play them. You'll play them twice in 4 days. You know what I mean? So you know, to try to remedy that whole thing with the, you know, with the load management, but
which is insane. I mean, because my argument is always this: they don't fly coach, they fly private, right? They fly private. They eat better, all this stuff, and we cannot play back-to-back nights. And I just thought from a fan, I'm just talking as a fan, that your job, your duty was just to show up and entertain. These people are coming to pay a lot of money to come see you, from parking, buying drinks, eating the food, buying the seats. And if you got a family of 2 or 4, man, that's kind of beat up, man. I that's just my opinion. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. You're absolutely correct, Kev. You know, and you know how the old school always say it. They don't make them like they used to, right? So
nope.
That you know, you had your Jordans that he's playing no matter what. You had your Kobe's who were playing unless they were really hurt. So players just played back then. You know what I mean? But to be honest, I mean, you know, they get paid so much money already that they, you know, to your point, that what he said earlier about, you know, they really don't care about making an all NBA team, or because I mean, you know, they already have the status. You know what's making an all NBA team to LeBron now, you know, or to Kawhi now. So he has makes a good point with that. So it's a pride factor.
Shout out to all those in the comments. The comments is another whole podcast in itself between Jen and D-Dub.
But you know,
right.
Even with that, though, I always say this,
it's a pride factor too. You know what I'm saying? Like some people just want to hoop. Yeah.
Part of this is that, you know, we can get mad at players, but just know, fellas, that this is co-signed from top down. Like,
absolutely,
100%.
No, and it's the whole analytical movement, right? It's the whole, you know, we saw, you know, it's a copycat league, bro. So when San Antonio was winning championships, winning championships, and I mean, and they were doing it blatantly. They the one who came up with the whole load management moniker. Yeah, so they came up with that with Kawhi. That's kind of what got him out of there too, because it started pissing off his own teammates. Tony Parker pissed off, man. I mean, you know, all his guys. They were like saying, "Yo, man, are you gonna play or not?" You know what I'm saying? And so and that kind of you know got him up out of there, man. So it's a pride thing, man. And it, like I said, like you said, it comes from the top. Most of these teams have an analytical department with the trainers, and I was listening to I remember y'all know old school Eddie Johnson, and Eddie Johnson says, I mean, half the time the coach doesn't even know if they're playing or not. The coach, the trainers will come to him, like, oh, he's out tonight, he can't play. He's like, what? You know what I'm saying? And Ty Lue, and that happened with Ty Lue so many times this year. Ty Lue was damn near getting ready to quit, man. He was like, yo, I can't do this. These dudes don't want to play. I remember when Ty Lue came out and said that Paul George, he basically said that Paul George and Kawhi need to take the regular season seriously. He came out and said that. He didn't name the names, but he said we have to take the regular season seriously and play. So
and they don't, and it comes down from the top.
I mean,
it really does.
I ain't gonna blame the Spurs, man, because when they was doing it, they were still competitive. They were still winning games with the secondary dudes. And Tim Duncan and Manu and them was old. They was 100 years old and broke the hell up. So a lot of these guys sitting, it's not the same situation.
Well,
like
very
you said,
true,
it's a
but
copycat league.
right.
So it's convoluted. Like you don't need to sit 20 games because your leg is sore tonight. That's general soreness. Everybody's sore. That's what happens all season.
Right, but the main guy who was sitting was Kawhi. You know what I'm saying?
But
So
it
I
was
mean,
Tim. Well, Tim started it. He started not playing Tim, and he started saying it. They're like, "Why is he not playing?" He's like, "Because he's old."
Right,
but they was winning. That was the other thing, though. They were winning. Like they was
right,
still
and that's why I say it's a copycat league because they were winning. Whenever you're the one that's winning, they're gonna look at you like, "Oh, what are you doing to win?" Well, they did it and they still won, but it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the Spurs you're talking about.
Guys go too far. That's all. Guys,
right.
And if you find in these teams, then you need to find the tankers. Find them too.
Oh yeah.
Find everybody. Fuck you.
Hey, listen, I can't defend that, man. I can't defend load management, man. So you guys are absolutely correct. I can't defend it.
I can't defend the tanking either, Mike. So yeah, it's the same. Yeah,
as long as it makes sense. Like I don't mind. Yo, you sat this guy because he's 100 years old, but your team is still competitive. I mind is you sat Kawhi and Paul George. Y'all went out there and lost by 40. Y'all, that don't make sense. That's crazy. You're supposed to put the best team on the field that you possibly can, regardless of whatever's going on. So even if these guys are sitting, your team still needs to be competitive.
Right.
So.
Yeah, no. I mean, look at last year in the playoffs. Kawhi was balling in the first 2 games, and then he's like, "I'm out. I can't play no more." I'm like, "Damn, when did you get hurt?"
Yeah, I got nothing to do.
It was like it was the weirdest thing, man. So yeah, man. So I understand your beef, man. I can't defend it, bro. I can't defend it. Can't defend it at all.
Well, we appreciate you not defending it. Before we move on, while we move on from the NBA, WNBA, what we got for us? We in the
Come on, man. New York Liberty, stand up, dog. What's up? Come on, man. Y'all still ain't supporting these women? Hey, let me tell you, man.
My wife plays for the Aces. Sorry.
Hey, number one seed and defending champions. The Las Vegas Aces plays the number 2 overall seed, the New York Liberty. It kicks off at 3:00 on Sunday. I can't wait. It's the best out of 5, first to 3 games, wins the championship. It's the battle of the super teams. It's the battle of Asia Wilson versus Stewie, who just won the MVP. Although I think Alyssa Thomas should have got it from Connecticut.
Yes. Yeah.
But you can go wrong. You can go wrong with Stewie, AT, or Asia. Asia won Defensive Player of the Year, so you couldn't go wrong. But it's gonna be an awesome series. The first game they played, I want to say they played 5 times, and the Liberty won 3 of them, 3 games, and the Aces won 2. And and the Liberty also beat the Aces on their home court for the Commissioner's Cup. That's the playing tournament that the NBA is adopting this year. So the Liberty won that. But yeah, man, it's gonna be an awesome series. I still haven't made my prediction yet, but I think I'm leaning Liberty because I think finally losing Candace Parker is finally gonna catch up with them. If they had Candace, I would pick the Aces in 4 if they had Candace, but they don't have Candace. It's going to be a battle of a chess match because they both have good guards, but the Aces guards, they're great defensively and offensively, and whereas you have Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, the other one, forgot her name that quick, man. Shame on me. But versus Sabrina and Ionescu, she's good offensively, but she really can't defend. But the key, I believe, is the middle for New York. Can they control the paint with Stewie and John Claude Jones against Asia, because Asia's kind of is going to be by herself really in the middle. but the guard play is basically equal, and so we'll see what happens. So, man, if Candace was playing, I would say Aces in 4, but I'm going to go Liberty in 5. Liberty in 5.
Ryan, before we move off the WNBA, I think the angry one had a question for you. E, you ready?
Angry one, what
Ryan,
up?
what's going on, my man? What's going on with you, man?
What's good, man?
Hey,
Good to hear from you, bro.
I just got a question, man. Remember, wasn't that long ago? Remember when I said the Mercury was going to fall apart on their face with all that talent? Didn't I tell you? And you was telling me, nah, man. They got
I remember that, man. I remember that.
Write that shit, man. Hey, man, what happened, man?
They fell apart. Obviously Brittany finally came back, so that was a good thing. They fell apart. The coach got fired in the season, so
going on with them.
A lot. Skylar Diggins and the coach fell out. She got pregnant. They wouldn't allow her at the facility. It was just Diana Taurasi. She got to 10,000 points. That was good. And having Brittany back was good. But yeah, man, they had a bad season. But I think they're gonna end up getting the old girl, man, from gosh, man, what's the girl? Yeah, no, not
Iowa State.
Iowa State, yes.
Caitlin, yes.
They're gonna get Caitlin. They're gonna and Caitlin's gonna fit right in, and she's gonna kind of like be, their Diana Taurasi. You know what I'm saying? For the future. Because she can hoop, man. She can hoop.
She's a bad girl.
Yeah,
I just got a question though.
Yeah.
Is Brittany Griner going to stay around for that?
That's a good question. I
see her getting traded, bro. I see her getting traded. I don't know where, but I see her getting traded. Because to me, when she came back, her heart wasn't in it. You could tell she wasn't the same, and I understand.
Rightfully so, yeah.
A lot, but it just wasn't there. It wasn't the same, man. So
I
see that being a trade.
Yeah, she had her moments when she looked like the old Britney, but you can tell, damn, she was in prison for damn near, 8 months or however long it was, man.
Yeah.
She had an excuse. But you can tell, she was a little slow. She would have games where she looked like the old Britney. But that's a great point, Angry One, man, because like a team, they could be like, hey, we're rebuilding. I want to, go out and now with all these teams building super teams, I could see a team, maybe a Connecticut going out and getting her. You know what I'm saying? And trying to compete. You know what I mean? So that's a very astute point by you, bro. That that Brittany they might trade her. That's a good point. And I would invite it. I would like to see it, man. Like see her go to a team that can, contend again and hopefully bring her another championship. Yeah. So yeah. And also too, man, I don't know if you guys know, man, they just announced the
I was about to bring that up. The expansion. Yes.
The expansion team, yeah. Mm-hmm. So the Golden State Warriors are going to just won the expansion team. So Golden State's gonna have a WNBA team, man. Because like you guys know, I don't know if your listeners know, but mostly a WNBA team that's in a NBA market, they're under that umbrella of that NBA team. It's like the owners and things of that nature. Yeah. So it's an umbrella that they're under within that team, within that city. So yeah, man. So I was hoping Houston was gonna get the Comets back, man, but they didn't announce that yet. So hopefully, I think they're gonna announce one more team. So hopefully it'll be the Comets and bring them back to the W, man.
Reincarnation of the Comets, man.
Yeah.
That
four-time WNBA champ, 4-time back to back in the first four seasons. So they had some
back when I was watching it.
Back when you was watching. But they had some battles, man, with the New York Liberty, man, and and I'm kind of rooting for the Liberty because they're one of the one of the original franchises that's never won the finals. So I'm kind of rooting for them, man, to get it done. So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it turns out.
Gotcha. He is Ryan DeSouza. He's the Sports Chasers podcast. He's the NBA and the WNBA contributor. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, when does the regular season start for all the NBA fans?
The 24th, Tuesday.
So it should be on
October 24th. Yeah, October 24th is the kickoff opening week.
So
you have
no predictions. I mean, you don't leave out here the first week without no prediction, homie.
Well, DA, he got a couple weeks, man. Just
he ain't got no couple of damn weeks. It's a week after next, Kev.
Okay,
I'll be back next week or right before the season starts. Let me get a week. It might be some trades go down, man. That's gonna mess with my prediction.
Right, I got you, bro. He trying to put you in the spot. Are you gonna hang out? You gonna hang out for some week 5 predictions for the NFL before we get on out of here?
Absolutely. I'll hang out. Absolutely.
Let's get to it. There's a lot of us on the panel tonight, man. Thankful for all the guys on the panel tonight. We got a full house tonight. Got the angry one. I think the angry one just slipped in here. We got Junior here. He's there. Dorian Junior's here. Mike Mills. Shout out to you guys for joining us in. D-Dubs in the comments. Shout out to all those in the comments. Appreciate you. I saw my man Wells. Brother Wells was in the comments. Thank you so much. A couple other people. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. So let's get into it. Tonight's game, Chicago versus Washington. We're in the NFL now. Chicago versus Washington. 7-0. The Bears are winning against Washington with 5:59 left.
Last week.
And in the first quarter. So, Junior, I'm gonna give it to you. What's your prediction on this game? Since you got all the Commanders gear on.
Yes, sir.
What happened last week? Why y'all win that game last week? Before we go into that.
Hey, that game last week was actually unbelievable. But now it actually made me realize how critical third downs are, because there was a real critical third down that if Washington got, they win the game. And it was point blank period, but they didn't get the third down. I'm like, damn, that made me realize third downs are probably the most important down in late game football. Just watching that. And then, Jalen Hurts marches them down. I ain't think the kicker had it, but the kicker did what he did. That's ends on points to overtime.
What you got for us tonight? It's 7-0. What you got? You got the Commanders.
Man, I gotta go. I'm a fan, so I'm Washington all day. Riverboat. You know what I'm saying?
Riverboat. Shout out to the coach, family, no doubt. Shout out to I'm not gonna pass this one around. The Bears are awful. That was a winnable game they had last week. Should have won that game, but they let Denver come back and win the game. So I'm gonna go on to the next one. I got Jacksonville against Buffalo. I'm gonna give this one to DA. DA, you gave Buffalo a lot of heartache.
They still ain't no damn good, but Jacksonville has been there for 2 weeks, so I would give Jacksonville the win because they've been chilling. They haven't traveled. Buffalo has traveled this week.
Well, that game is actually in Buffalo. So do you mean
the other one? London. It's in London.
It's in London, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at 9:30 again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They stayed in London.
All right, cool.
Yeah, they stayed. Yeah.
So Jacksonville giving up 2 games, huh? Gotcha.
Well,
they talking about they want to move.
No, they don't want to move. Their owner wants them to move.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. The owner, he has the last say. But go ahead.
There's 53 dudes on that roster that don't want to live in England. I'm guaranteeing you that.
Yeah. Well, hey, I hear you. But if the bell rings, they shall ring. They shall move. So it is what it is. Yeah. Everyone, what you got in this one? Jacksonville. I'm sorry, DA. Did you get your prediction out? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville. Got you. Excuse me. The angry one. Who you got in this one?
I got Buffalo, man.
Buffalo.
Jacksonville.
Okay.
I don't know. They too up and down for me.
Got you. I'm going to take Buffalo. I like how Josh Allen is playing. I don't think. they still need to run the ball. They still have not found a solution. I think Mills said it this other week. They still have not found a solution for running the ball. And throwing that ball 40 and 50 times, they act like Mike Mills has said it all the time that Buffalo acts like they play in a dome or somewhere out west where there's no weather. And I shout out to Mike. He's right. They act like they don't. So got that. Ryan, who you got in this one?
I have Buffalo as well. I think what they did with the Dolphins last week was probably got them on the right track as far as confidence wise. Jacksonville, something's off with Jacksonville, man. Everybody thought Jacksonville was going to take this next step, when they made the playoffs. But remember that the AFC South was very weak. Somebody had to make it. I mean, the Titans lost 7 straight games and were still right there to win the division. So, and Trevor Lawrence, he's missing throws. He's missing throws. He looks uncomfortable in the pocket. The pressure's getting to him. But so we'll see what happens, man. But I'll take Buffalo in this one. I think Buffalo, but the travel does give them Jacksonville the advantage because they were there, like my man said. So, but I still go with Buffalo. I think Buffalo is just the more talented team, and the more physical team. So I'll go with Buffalo.
All right, moving right along. We'll talk Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. Baltimore versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh with a very ugly loss against Houston. Mike Mills, Baltimore with the win last week. I'll give it to you. What do you think? This is your team. What's going on with the Ravens?
Pittsburgh can't score, so we're gonna beat them. And Kenny Pickett probably hurt, so we definitely.
Where's Dan at?
There's nothing to talk about. They ain't got no quarterback, so
Yeah,
we're gonna win.
Quarterback.
Yep. Next game. Next person.
Okay.
You go. I think you probably go to the next game.
Yeah.
I think everybody here probably said.
Shout out to everybody leaving.
I picked Buffalo. By the way, I picked Buffalo.
Okay. Yes. Remember saying y'all picks up.
It was a good team, but Buffalo.
Yeah. Shout out to all those leaving their picks in the comments on YouTube and Facebook. Hey, we check receipts around here. So I think Deb says she's got Buffalo. D-Dub says got Buffalo, Baltimore. Yeah, so let's move on. I'm in agreement. This game probably will be a no factor. I think this next game coming up, Carolina versus Detroit. I think Detroit is definitely going to kick Carolina all over the
Skip.
Guy said skip.
That's the Detroit.
It's not. Yeah, Jared Goff not due for a Matthew Stafford performance. He's gonna win this game.
Houston travels down to Chocolate City, down to Atlanta to face the Falcons. I'm going to get
rookie of the year out there. CJ Stroud.
Well, go ahead, DA. Since you're talking, go ahead. What you got on this one, bro?
Rookie of the year, boy. It's over. Houston, man.
CJ Stroud, you like him,
man?
CJ's playing some ball, man.
Rookie of the year, man. And
that
that defense.
Red helmets they had last weekend. Them red helmets was tough.
Yeah, they definitely was tough, man. I'm going to take. I'm taking Atlanta. I'm taking Atlanta this one. Atlanta, I think, is going to get this one. I'll give it to the angry one. What you got for us, sir?
I got you saying Atlanta did me wrong last week. I ain't picking them no more. Done.
That's straight out of spite. Like,
let's go, Texas. Let's go. Yeah.
Sound like a jilted lover. You won't hurt me again.
It cost you some money.
Nah, but
messed your parlay up.
Daniel Jones messed mine up, but we ain't there yet.
My God,
that's your own fault. I don't know why you.
Wait till we get there. We'll talk about it when we get there.
Okay.
Ryan, your thoughts, Houston and Atlanta?
I'm very impressed with how Houston's playing. It's in Atlanta, correct?
Yes, that game is in Atlanta. Correct.
It won't matter.
I'm gonna go Atlanta. Because of their run game. With Bijan, they're gonna run the rock. For the life of me, I don't know what they're doing with Pitts. Like, this is what week. This is like year 3, and it's like
Ritter's
they
not
don't
that
go
good.
to him.
Ritter's not that good.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing with Pitts, man. So,
Ritter's not that good.
He's not. But that's my point. If he's not that good, normally when you're not that good, what's your security blanket? Your tight end.
Yeah, but if everybody else knows it, it's hard to throw it to him.
Right, but their run game should open that up. They got a good run game.
Well, you just know the Falcons don't like to run the ball. They're allergic.
What do you mean? No, the Falcons ran the ball the most last year.
It's not going to happen with just one running back though. With just one receiver, you got to have someone to open up the other side because it's 4 guys in the back, right? So you got 2 safeties and 2 corners. So if you're not running damn good, that means he gets double teamed the whole game. Mm-hmm. And most dudes cannot throw into a double team. It's very hard to throw against a double team. So
go ahead, E. Go ahead.
And I was just going to say, if you check the stats, if you look back the last 2-3 weeks, man, your man ain't getting no more than 15 carries. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? You gotta run the ball. You see, the man was beasting early the first 2 weeks, and then they cut his carries back. So
they're splitting it. They're splitting it with what's his name? Oh gosh.
Well, they need to stop because he ain't doing nothing with it either.
Not, but running is running the ball is a mentality. You can just keep pounding it and keep pounding it. You don't have to run the ball and get 150 yards. You need to establish the run and run the ball whether you're getting yards or not, and that will open stuff up. But you can't abandon the run like your point. You can't abandon the run.
If
you have to run the ball.
Isn't that good? It's hard, man. You can try, but if you're not getting anything, they're gonna be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I got Atlanta.
If your quarterback ain't that good, all they're gonna do is stack the box. Mm-hmm. And Ritter is not good enough to beat anybody right now. So.
True.
And he will get there though. I think he's a good player though.
Gotcha. Junior, who you got in this game before we move on?
Houston.
Gotcha.
Same.
He said that was so Houston. Mike Mill, you got Houston too? Same. All right. We got everybody. Let me move on to the next game. This will probably just, I don't know, be a skip it. They said that I'm going to call him Parcells, but Bill Belichick, New Orleans faces New England.
Who cares?
They said don't cares, man. The peanut gallery said, who cares? I guess New England's going to win.
They should, but they
New
ain't.
Orleans. Say that again, Mike. I'm sorry.
They should, but they ain't going to win that game. So
okay, so chime in. Why you don't think they're not going to win this game?
Because New England is not playing like New England, and Bill Belichick getting soft. And then the Saints, they got their own issues on offense, which make them vulnerable right now. But they're not going to capitalize. So that's why it's a non-factor. New Orleans going to win this game.
Gotcha.
And Mac Jones has regressed. Mac Jones. I don't know what that was last week.
It was Matt Patricia playing.
That was
coordinator last year.
That was crazy.
Mac Jones being Mac Jones.
All right.
He's who we thought he was.
Like nobody on that team scares you. Like I mean. Like for instance, we're talking about Pitts. He said, they'll just double team Pitts because he scares you. They literally have nobody on that offense that scares you, or you feel like they can take advantage of your defense, and that's why they're struggling, in my opinion.
Gotcha. Thank you. We'll move on to the next game. Well, you know what? Since I'm the host and moderator, I'm only going to do this next game. The New York Giants versus Miami. Miami is going to kick the Giants' arse all over the field at Hard Rock Stadium on Sunday. I am not going to the game. I will not subject myself to that next game.
Oh, you were talking about the hot.
No, why are we skipping that game? No. Why are we skipping it?
And the summer boy Kevin, I'm going down with my guns. Come down here.
Let me talk about that boy Danny real quick.
I don't get to skip this one. Oh man, y'all bunch of punks, man. What up? Go ahead. Pile on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, I needed Matt Breida to get 3 more receiving yards. That boy Danny looked at him, and then he looked forward and took off running and slid and still didn't get the first down.
But he was running for his life.
Whatever.
Thank you, Ryan.
Listen. Y'all O-line bad, but them underneath was open all night. Keep them honest.
Oh, hey.
It was short and quick, and then you got it. That's it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Short and quick.
On the pick six, Waller was wide open, bro.
But he was
so wide open.
Waller because Waller been getting doubled all season. So I get it. But you got to throw it underneath, man. If your O-line not helping you, you got to help yourself.
Dolphins might put another 7-0 on the team.
I don't think y'all defense that bad.
No.
Saquon might be back. Saquon might be back.
He might. As of now, he's still listed as questionable, so we'll see.
Yeah. So
the Dolphins winning.
No, I mean that was
a tough schedule, boy. I don't know who wrote this.
And that's what happened when you play. But Ryan, your thoughts real quick before we get on out of here.
On the
Miami and Giants game.
And it's in Miami. It's not too hot. It's starting to cool down a little bit. So I don't think
what you're talking about. It's 85 degrees today, bro. But go ahead.
That's great. 85 degrees is actually cool.
We're not going to start, Ryan. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Right. But if Saquon plays, maybe they can keep it close if he plays because they can control the clock a little bit. If Saquon plays, they can control the clock with the run game with Daniel Jones and Saquon, and possibly to get two on that offense off the field. But it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough because up until that beating that Miami took, their defense has been getting a lot of pressure. So he might be running for his life again, Daniel Jones. And Waddle will be back. He came back last week, but you can tell he was still kind of gimpy. And that run game, talking about, we always talk about the passing game with Waddle and Tyreek and they're fast, but that run game, man, with A-Chain and Mostert. I mean, all four of them dudes run 4.3. All four of them.
I know.
So it's gonna be a big task for the Giants to win this game in Miami, especially with Miami coming off a loss. Yeah. I might could say maybe they would probably look past the Giants. They were like 4-0, but them getting handled by Buffalo like that, their antennas are going to be up and they're going to try to bounce back. So I will say,
I'm just
trying to be political a little bit, man. I'm just trying. I don't want to brag. It might get ugly. It might get ugly.
I want to know who wrote the schedule, man. They wasn't playing with y'all. Like y'all was surprise people.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, we're gonna have to go express because we ain't got 7 minutes late. So I'm just gonna pick one person. We're gonna rock with it. Tennessee versus Indiana. I'll do it with Mike since this is no, it's not his division, but I'm just gonna pick Mike since Mike been talking. Tennessee versus Indiana. Who you got? Indianapolis.
Man, I'm going to Colts. Jonathan Taylor's supposed to play. Let's see what happens.
Jonathan Taylor is back. I'll give this to the angry one. Next game, Cincinnati versus Arizona. And I didn't mean to do it like that. I just
that's crazy.
This shit should be a tie, to be honest with you. It's a mother-loving tie. But I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Gotcha. Thank you.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, because we keep receipts.
Yeah. Nah, you can keep them. I already sent it to you, but yeah, that's wrong.
Josh Dobbs for MVP.
Arizona's playing at home, right?
Yes, that game's in the desert.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Yes, let's go to the next game. Philadelphia. The Eagles will travel to SoFi Stadium in LA in Inglewood to face the LA Rams. I'll give this one to Junior. Junior, what's your thoughts on this game, Philadelphia against the Rams?
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Okay.
Yeah,
why?
I like the Nukia guy. I don't even know how to pronounce his name.
I think he had the record last week for most receptions.
Man, him on fantasy is unbelievable. So I'm going with that guy because I want him to do well.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Cool.
Up next, I'm going to pick the DA for this one. DA, who you got? Your Niners.
You know what it is. Don't even go to the next. Yo,
All right. Give me some elaboration on why your team will beat the Dallas.
Okay, we're going to run the ball. We're going to take Micah Parsons out the game. We're going to play defense, and we're going to plaster our men for about 3.6 seconds. And by that time, Joey Bosa will have Dak Prescott. And our interior defensive line is really, really, really good. Forget Bosa. The middle, we're really good up the middle. So, pause. Yeah, but we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right.
Sunday night game. That game is in I'm gonna say Palo Alto, not Palo Alto. I can't think of where they play at, but it'll be in San Francisco.
It's gonna be a good game though, man. Like I don't think Dallas is a bad team. I just think we're gonna take what they do away from them. That's all.
And what is that exactly?
Rush the quarterback.
Oh, okay. You're talking about defense. Oh, okay.
Yeah, offensively, we're just gonna we're going to make Dak do what he do. Like, if you're going to throw it to these guys, throw it. That's it. Like, throw it. We'll take the bet on trying to get one or two of them. So that's all.
That's Santa Clara. They play in Levi Stadium.
Yeah, fire for that. Fire for that.
Fire. That game will be the the Sunday night game at 8:20 on NBC. The Monday night game, I don't know why they can't start flexing these games out, but Green Bay versus Las Vegas on Monday night. I'll get this. That's
on you. You got to take that to damn self, Kevin.
Well, y'all wouldn't let me take the Miami game, so
go
y'all
ahead, Kev.
Well, you can have this one, moderator.
Yeah, take that one.
This game right here, Green Bay is going to be too much. Josh McDaniels has proven that he is definitely a fraud. Those that don't know Josh McDaniels for the LA Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders, is truly a fraud as a coach. No, DA, you cannot comment on this. You said, let me have it, because you're going to go off on Josh McDaniels. Yeah, he's a fraud. This whole other thing they got going on, Vegas, I don't understand why NFL teams keep hiring New England coaches. I don't understand it. It's not working out.
You know why?
They're so bad, all of them.
Every last one of them. Every last one of them are bad, man. And Josh McDaniels is he fits into the mold, man. So I think Green Bay is going to roll Las Vegas on Monday Night Football. And I don't even think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be close, man. But hey, before we get on out of here, we usually do our thing called parting shots for those that first watch tonight. Again, thank you for all those that's been in the comments tonight. Appreciate y'all, each and every one of you, on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, on X. Excuse me, I keep calling Twitter but it's X. Y'all know what I'm talking about. On all the social media platforms, it's going live. It's going live on my YouTube channel as well. So thank you. Parting shots. I'll start off with our NBA contributor, Ryan. Ryan, what you got for us, bro, before we get on out of here?
Hey, man, thanks again for having me, guys. Hey, NBA is back on the 22nd. We have that's always a good time. WNBA Finals, all right, starts Sunday at 3:00. Your New York Liberty, guys, support them versus the defending champions, the Aces. And also, too, man, shout out to the Houston Astros. We're going to go back to back. That's it.
Yeah, Ryan, you better have your shit in order, man. All right, have your picks by next week, man. Right, so we're not.
I got you, brother. I have everything for you next week, bro.
Thank you, Ryan. The angry one, what you got for us, sir?
Yo, man, first and foremost, shout out to the Chasers. Another Thursday night. Great night, man. Great. Thanks for everybody that came out. Everybody in the comments, everybody in viewership, all that good stuff. Hey, yo, man, everybody just be safe. Look out for your fellow man, woman, and child. It doesn't cost a thing, man. Y'all be safe out there.
Appreciate you, E. Appreciate you. Let me go on to Junior. Dorian Jr., what you got for us, bro?
Man, first off, shout out to you guys. We had a good show today. Shout out to everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Sports Chasers. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. I don't really want to talk much right now, though, because my guys is getting their ass beat. So I'm going to mute myself at the moment.
Okay.
Good God almighty.
Okay. We got Mike Millie. What you got for us, Mills?
Shout out to everybody in the world. I hope everybody's having a good night, except you, Daniel Jones. You messed up my money the other night. But shout out to
Washington
everybody
about to
viewing
mess
this.
up mine. Jeez.
Shout out the whole team. Shout out to everybody being here tonight. I dropped Back It Up last week, pause, and Loverboy Freestyle drops at midnight. Tap in. There we go.
If y'all don't know, on the show, those first watching, Mike Mills is a rapper. Yeah, pause, bro. He dropped some stuff last weekend. Y'all check him out, man. I don't have it to put up, but I'll have it next time. To put underneath the lower third there for those that want to check it out. You young hip hop heads, man. Da. What you got for us, bro?
Warren, my apologies for earlier.
Yeah, dad text too.
I know. Papa Paul, I am officer. I am my bad. Won't happen anymore.
YouTube strike.
yeah, my bad. YouTube, my bad. I'm sorry. Everyone have a great night. Time to get that ambient. And yeah. All right,
it's prescribed, everybody.
It's come on, man.
Yo, stop calling them out, man. They don't pay us.
Wow.
Shout out to the sleepy medicine. Say that.
Yo, they still snitching on folks.
They ain't paying us,
Come on,
man.
Kev. You gotta stop that, Kev.
Dry snitching, man. Dudes is, we ain't on it like that, man. But yeah, listen, man. Everyone enjoy yourselves. Be careful out here in the world. Enjoy your sports, man. Like, take it for what it is, for real. Like, let's not be too serious. Don't bet your rent or your mortgage. Do what you do. Have fun, man. And put your kids in sports. I don't care which sport. Just put your kids in something. Don't have them in the house watching the TV all the damn time.
Pickleball.
All right? Yeah, even that. Do that.
Yeah. Thank you, DA. Appreciate that. Again, thankful for everybody that was in the comments tonight. Those that are watching the sound of my voice on the podcast side, whether you're watching on Apple, Spotify, whatever podcast platform, make sure you hit us with that 5 stars and make sure you comment. Also on the YouTube side, make sure you like, click, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you share the channel. A couple announcements. I love the Power Connection. The Power Connection is an awesome thing, man. So in the near future, so we was talking about betting. I'm gonna have a guy that talks about betting. He's gonna come on here and he's gonna talk about betting. Find an MMA guy. He's gonna talk about MMA. So we'll have those guys on in the very near future. I love the Power Connection. It's awesome. It really is. I don't have nothing heavy. Again, thank you so much for those that's chiming in. Hey, go watch the Commanders in Washington. Talk about betting. I hope Washington got a miracle in them because it's 17-0 with about 8:49 left in the second quarter.
We'll be on Sunday morning.
Yes.
Recap that college football, right?
Yes.
And then we'll be on Monday to recap that NFL and those 9 victories every week up until maybe week, I think, 14. We'll win up until that point.
Purdy for MVP.
Yeah. Yeah. All
right, before it goes off the rails, listen, thank you, everybody. Thank all the guys on the panel, D-Dub in the comments. Appreciate you guys, all those that was in the comments also on YouTube, man. But listen, we're going to get on out of here, man. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator. For Mike Mills, for Ryan DeSouza, our NBA contributor, for also James, the Angry One Warren, for also Dorian Jr., for also the DA, and D-Dub, who's in the comments, and also for Dan, the hockey dude, in his absence, man. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Y'all be good, be blessed, have a great weekend. Hey, we'll holler at you on Sunday morning for that college football, man. Be good, be blessed. Peace.